Pythagorean Theorem. Right here we have a right angled triangle. So this angle right here is 90 degrees. That's what this symbol represents. This length here, the longest length in the triangle, is called the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse. Okay, so Pythagorean Theorem. We need to label these sides. This one we're going to call A. This side here we're going to call B. And the hypotenuse, we're going to label this side C. Okay, so we have A, B, and C. These ones here, it doesn't matter if you change them. We could have labeled the vertical one A and the horizontal one B. That's fine. However, the hypotenuse, the longest length, is always labeled C. And so what Pythagoras figured out was that if we take length A, square it, add that to length B, square it, we will get length C squared. So this equation here is true for all right angle triangles. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now let's use this in a couple examples. Okay, here we have a triangle. It's right angle. We have one length is 3, one length is 4, one length is 5. So we know for sure this is the longest length here. So we know that C is 5. Now these lengths here, we can choose which one to be A, which one to be B. It doesn't really matter. Let's say that A is 4 and say that B is 3. So again, hypotenuse has to be the longest length. So now let's just confirm that this is true. Pythagorean theorem states that A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So let's use these numbers. So A is 4, so we'll have 4 squared, and B is 3, 3 squared, and C is 5, so 5 squared. Okay, 4 squared is 16, 3 squared is 9, and 5 squared is 25. 16 plus 9 is 25, and yes, 25 is indeed 25. So this right here, a triangle with one length 3, one length 4, and one length 5 is indeed a right angle triangle. This angle here is 90 degrees. Let's try another one out here. We have this triangle here. It's drawn to be a right angle. We're going to check that it is. One length is 40, one length is 9, one length is 41. So the longest side is the hypotenuse, and that's labeled C. Let's label this one here, the horizontal one, A equal to 9, and that leaves B equal to 40 for this triangle. And now we're going to confirm that it's a right angle triangle. If it is, then the Pythagorean theorem will hold true. So A squared in this case means 9 squared, B squared means 40 squared, and C squared means 41 squared. Okay, so now we have to work these out. So A squared, that's 9 squared, we have 81, plus 40 squared, that's 1,600, 4 squared and then 2 zeros. 41 squared, you might have to use your calculator. If we do, it's 1,681. So this side, if we add them together, we get 1,681, so that is indeed, since they're equal, that means this equation holds true, Pythagorean theorem holds true, so this must be a right-angled triangle.